I did a little more focused study with iExamB PDF notes and classes, of course. Minor acts, it feels like the portion is vast because of the number of acts that they give. But I feel that the four major acts take a lot of time, and the minor acts, if you follow iExamB's specific areas they give us, focused areas, where which sections you have to focus on, what you have to focus on. I used to see that. So there used to be 5 minutes short videos on each topic. So I used to see that and then go for the classes, recorded classes, and then attempt chapter-wise tests on each and every topic. So I improved through that.
Hello everybody, welcome to iExamB. Today we have Fazila with us and she has recently cleared OICL exam as AO Legal Officer. Congratulations Fazila from the entire iExamB team, and how are you feeling?
Really happy, ma'am. First of all, I feel a lot of gratitude for the iExamB team because without your help, I wouldn't have done it. It was all your resources and everything.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, Fazila. So, Fazila, in this session, we'll try to record your journey. So, let's start with your profile. Can you tell a brief about yourself?
Ma'am, I have done my bachelor's in economics and subsequently had done my LLB. I completed my LLB in August 2022, and then I enrolled myself in February 2023. And I had come to know about insurance exams because NIACL had announced its recruitment. I had given the interview for NIACL, but I couldn't make it because my I had given the interview, but my mains marks were not sufficient, I guess. And then in 2024, we had OICL recruitment. I applied for that, and I got selected in that.
Okay, so you were only targeting insurance exams, or were you also appearing for regulatory bodies, SEBI, IBPS exams also?
I was doing IBPS also simultaneously, and recently I just got to know that IBPS PO interview also have gotten selected for that. So PO's interview also, ma'am.
So that's great. So are you, which organization are you willing to join, as a legal officer or as a probationary officer?
Ma'am, as a legal officer only, because I feel this is better.
Okay, okay. So Fazila, let's talk a little bit about your preparation for NIACL, also for OICL. So there are various subjects. In prelims, usually there is quant, reasoning, English, and in mains, then you have GA and law portion as well. So how did you prepare for these topics for prelims and mains, and what all sources did you use?
Ma'am, subject-wise, I'll go and I'll start with mathematics. Maths, I started first, I covered all the topics, went through the course videos for each and every topic. And then I found that in prelims and mains, simplification, quadratic equation, and number series, these are topics which are usually asked in both prelims as well as mains. So every day I used to at least practice for 5 minutes on these each topic, set a timer and do a specific number of questions in that so that my speed increases. And I used to revise daily cubes, squares, and fraction to percentages conversion and everything. That was for maths, and mains you need to have idea about all the topics. So I got a general idea about that, and for mains I used to do the mains level data interpretation. Logical reasoning, again, for that also daily, every day, at least minimum of 5 puzzles. And I did a general idea, I got a general idea of how to do syllogism, blood relations, and everything from the classes. And puzzles, I did specific focus on that. And mains, I found that I was not able to do the mains level puzzles that well. So I changed my strategy for that, and I focused on critical reasoning and logical reasoning because I felt that was scoring for me. Some might not find that to be a scoring subject. I focused on critical reasoning specifically, tried to improve in that subject. And for current affairs, BPedia, every day I used to revise that, the same material. I didn't use lots of sources for that, specifically only that. And legal, I think the four major acts, that is CPC, BNSS, BNS, and BSA. I did a little more focused study with iExamB PDF notes and classes, of course. Minor acts, it feels like the portion is vast because of the number of acts that they give. But I feel that the four major acts take a lot of time, and the minor acts, if you follow iExamB's specific areas they give us, focused areas, where which sections you have to focus on, what you have to focus on. I used to see that. So there used to be 5 minutes short videos on each topic. So I used to see that and then go for the classes, recorded classes, and then attempt chapter-wise tests on each and every topic. So I improved through that, and I think out of 40 questions in mains, I was able to do at least 30 in them. And average for maths and LR and English was a good area. I did a lot of mocks after that, and I used to type my mistakes in an Excel sheet, subject wise, chapter wise. Initially, I started doing writing in my diary, but I was not able to keep up with what repeated mistakes I'm making. So through Excel sheet, I was able to tabulate as well as find out my pattern of mistakes. And when I found that I had certain mistakes in certain areas and topics, I used to work on those areas specifically for about 10-15 days in order to improve in those areas.
Okay, okay. And Fazila, so you explained in detail which all sources you used. Let's talk a little bit more about the practice part. So you mentioned that you used to practice daily reasoning, quant, and law portion as well. So from where did you practice the questions usually, mostly from which sources did you use for regular practice?
For legal regular practice in the course videos itself, we'll have like the 5 minutes videos. We have the chapter wise tests as well as full length tests. We get for legal. So I did it from my exam for that, and puzzles and everything. I use different sources which are available on a daily basis. Five puzzles for that, and maths. I got some books where you have simplifications and questions for it. So I used to practice from there.
Okay.
And current affairs to BPDA.
Nothing else from other than BPDA?
No, ma'am. I didn't want to diversify a lot of sources. Stick to one thing and repeatedly revise the same source again and again.
Okay, okay. And Fazila, how was your mock interview, your interview preparation, and then your actual interview?
I gave NICL mock interview with iExamB, and then I had given OICL also. I think NIACL, I was very new to the interview things. So even though I was given feedback, I couldn't improve much on it. But in OICL, again, I worked a lot. They told me whatever mistakes I had made very frankly, and I felt my interview went bad in iExamB, but they gave me a lot of suggestions, and I feel that's good, telling me directly that this is what you're going wrong, yeah, instead of softening it and trying to praise and everything. So I improved from that, and OSCL was much better. I did very well in the interview,
Okay,
and
what
my
kind of
mains cut off.
questions? Yes, what kind of questions were there in your interview, in actual interview?
In actual interview, there were some case laws related to the MCOP cases and the Lok Adalat cases. So they used the theoretical knowledge that we have, and they tried to apply it to the practical part and asked me questions related to that. First, they'll ask me in theory, what is this concept? And then they try to apply that in real life, and they ask me in this situation, what a lawyer is supposed to do. And then various general my background related questions were there, and some questions that were really weird. I mean, they tried to test whether I'm able to handle the interview situation or not.
Okay. You were saying something about your mains cutoff.
Yes, ma'am. Mains cutoff, I think I had a margin too, like at least 15, 10 marks that I didn't have in NIACL mains. I think I just brushed off the cutoff in NIACL. In OICL, I had a good margin, so I could give the interview with a peace of mind that even if it didn't go well, average interview also would do fine. Um,
Right,
that was one good thing.
right. So, Fazila, during your preparation journey, what was your learning? What can you guide the other aspirants about?
Initially, when I started with my weak subjects were maths and LR. legal and all, legal and English were my strong points, so I didn't have to work much on that. But initially, maths used to be like I couldn't even cross the cutoff line. It was like that, and it seemed tough in the beginning, but then with time and giving lots of mock tests and working on each area where I made mistakes, I think I made improvements in that. So it's just patience and lots of perseverance. In NICL, when I couldn't get through interview, I was expecting with all my hopes that I would be able to clear, but I couldn't make it. But since I was consistent till then, I think that's why I could clear YCL. I didn't lose hope after that.
Right, right, right. So Fazila, now today, SO law means result is also going to be out. So what are your expectations from that?
I think, yeah, SO, I think I didn't do much of a preparation, but yeah, I did give SO. UIC, I did give UIC, and I did very well in that also because it was insurance
So the
related.
result is out. Did you check the UIC?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, the result
I,
is out, so maybe you can check out whether you're going for interview in that or not.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
So Fazila, during your preparation, is there anything which the students, which you can think that should be avoided? That usually students either go for multiple sources or they do not go for mock test or practice. So some tips and tricks that you can give, you can guide the aspirants about.
Initially, when we start, we feel like, we are not prepared enough to do mocks and everything. But I think within 2, 3 months, you'll be able to get a general idea of all the subjects. And then I think we should go for mocks and understand where our weaknesses are. And most important thing is identifying where you're going wrong. Because I used to make the same mistakes again and again. And when I started identifying the pattern of my mistakes, I was able to work on those areas. Like in English too, even though it was my strong part, I was making mistakes in error deduction and parajumbles. So I focused on those areas, parajumbles, one parajumble every day, and I made improvements in that. I can now do questions related to parajumbles easily. So, correcting your mistakes and mocks. Initially, when I was also hesitating, my father used to push me to do my mocks. You have to do a mock every day, show me the results. So, initially, he was the one who was pushing me. And then I later got, when I started making improvements, I got my confidence in myself to do it.
That's great, Fazila. So, Fazila, that was great insights and your journey. That will be all from that we can discuss in this session. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Congratulations
you.
once again from the entire team, and wish you all the best for your future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.